Welcome back to Lucid Trading. Welcome back indeed. If you just joined the live stream, make sure you smash the like button. That would be very much appreciated. Hit that like. It helps the channel. It helps the live stream like a boatload. So make sure you do that. You might have just seen the title of this current live stream, and it says, I believe it says something along the lines of, will the stock market cool off? Are stocks about to be correcting? And we're going to be talking a little bit more about that in this current live stream as we go along. As you guys might know, the stock market has been going up quite a significant amount since the last CPI report, which came out really positive, indicating that there was an inflection downwards. We were not seeing CPI accelerate upwards. Although it's increasing, it's been heading downwards. So inflation is gradually about to go down. At least that's the thesis right now. But yeah, I'm going to give a shout out to everybody that just joined the live stream here. Give me a second. Welcome back to Jinli, Sam, Alex, I am Jukes, RH, Jianlong, Baba, Jasper, Lionel, Eon, Gustavo, Ronaldo, Urki, Back to Orthodoxy, Martin, Grace, Tanisha, Walid, Da Boss, Hangche, Chris, Grace. Welcome back, everybody. Hit that like button if you just joined. Let's get to 50 likes right here, right now. I'm just going to quickly share the link here to the Discord because we are live right now. And there we go. Fantastic. Let me have a sip of my coffee before we begin here. Alright, yeah, it's pretty much afternoon for me. For most people, probably morning. So good morning to everybody out there. Yeah, so the Nasdaq is kind of going down right now, which makes sense given the fact that the Nasdaq has gone up like 13% in about a month or two. That's quite a big load of gains right there. Look at that. Yeah, 13% from bottom to top since the end of May. That's insane. That's a lot for a month and a half. So I do think we're about to see a pullback. We're pretty close to a pullback. The main reason why I think there's going to be a pullback is because technicals are indicating on several accounts that we're seeing the Nasdaq rise quite fast. We're getting to this point where MACD is reaching levels that we've seen in the past where the Nasdaq would top out. RSI is now officially overbought, indicating the Nasdaq is overbought. It could stay overbought for a significant amount of time. However, keep in mind, we're going into July, so we're going into a new month. We also know that the CPI report is going to be coming out the 13th of July. Usually, we see a sell-off a week or two prior to that report. When people are expecting, it's like uncertainty, right? We don't know what's going to happen there. We don't know if inflation is going to be good or bad for growth and tech stocks out there. But I think regardless of that, if we see a rally like this, I think there's a good chance that we'll see a pullback a week or two prior to the actual CPI report, as people are getting ready for potentially even higher inflation. I hope it's not the case, but we don't know yet. If it does point out that inflation is inflecting downwards again, let's say it comes in at 0.4, that would be really good. That would mean that the Nasdaq wouldn't sell off significantly. We would just see probably consolidate a little bit at the high kind of range that we're seeing. On the weekly chart, we can see on the Nasdaq that it's very clear. The weekly chart is crossing upwards, still sitting pretty high on the MACD though. But it's crossing upwards. We're seeing positive momentum there. RSI is about to go overbought. Like I said previously, it could remain overbought for a significant amount of time. So we have to kind of, look at that as it is. It could be similar to what we saw right there. If I just take a look at that on the daily chart, you can understand what I'm trying to say here. Where it remained incredibly overbought, right? So you can see it remained very overbought, and it just went up parabolically. Something similar could happen. So I'm kind of looking at that right now, as the pattern that we're seeing is looking quite familiar. Let's just say that. And July, usually, you know, if you just look at the seasonality, usually we do see a pullback in July. So that's kind of why I'm a little cautious right now. Stocks have moved quite significantly, although I have to say they're still down huge amounts. You know, stocks like Tesla, C3.ai, Neo, they haven't come back to the all-time high. There's a lot more to come. Although, like I've said in the past as well, stocks don't only just move up. We see corrections happening from time to time, and I think we're ready for a small correction. And if we were to get a correction, I think it will, you know, we would test around the 14,100, right around here. So just a couple percent over a time span of potentially a week. That could be the case here. All right, let me just check what's happening with the Russell, because that could also be very important here. Russell's already pulling back. It's uptrending. Let's delete that. Yeah, so the Russell's actually uptrending. That is a good thing. Looks like it's about to be bottoming out soon. And I'm going to check the weekly chart. It's looking better and better on the Russell. So small caps are looking better and better. It all has to do with inflation, right? Inflation gradually going down. You know, it's transitory. Jerome Powell kept on saying that it would be transitory. Nobody listened. Everybody was screaming hyperinflation. Meanwhile, that is not the case. It hasn't been the case yet. We haven't seen hyperinflation. What's happening with the 10-year? The 10-year's down 1%. That's good. That's not bad. I think the Russell should actually be able to just consolidate in this area around 2,260, and then gradually head up as well. So something like this could be possible. And I think we're going to see all-time highs as well for the Russell, for sure. Yeah, I'm just a little bit iffy about what's happening here with the NASDAQ. You can clearly see the MACD is about to cross on the 4-hour on the NASDAQ, so that's looking kind of bad. Last time that happened, we saw it went from 14,440 all the way to 14,330. It's about a percentage to the downside. That could happen again, although I think you know, we're right at that 14,500. That's like a psychological level, right? So if it goes below that, I do project there would be I would say a good downturn all the way back to what is it? No, not this tool, please. Oh god. There we go. All the way back to around 14,380 initially. That would be I think 1% to 1.5%. That's what I'm currently looking at right now. I do think the NASDAQ is going to be pulling back today and tomorrow, probably. So yeah, we have to be really cautious. I mean, if it does happen, if it does pull back like this, that could mean stocks like Tesla, stocks like Nvidia, you know, Apple could pull back slightly. Although if we take a look at all of these right now, slightly down on Apple. Where's Nvidia? Nvidia slightly up right now. We've got Tesla slightly down right now. So it could be a negative day today. After all the positive momentum, right? We're talking about rally after rally, week after week after week. The NASDAQ going up and up and up and up and up. To see a correction, I think wouldn't be too surprising. I don't think it's going to be a big correction. It's going to be a tiny correction. Similar to the corrections that we've seen right around here. Very similar to these corrections. It doesn't mean it's going to go down all the way. It just means we'll see a tiny pullback, possibly today or tomorrow, and then rally back up to even higher highs. That is the expectation right now. Damn. Things are getting really overbought. ARK is sitting at 130. We said that it was going to reach 130 back when it was sitting at like $100. And it reached 130. We see a gap right here. And I would say ARK is probably also going to correct here. As the NASDAQ corrects, we would see ARK correct. The Russell's going to correct slightly further, bottom out, and then run up. And so will the NASDAQ. You know, first pull back, and then we're going to get very close to hitting 15,000. That would be really sick. All right, let me briefly check the live chat, see what's happening here. Good day, Gara. I would really appreciate if you could give your idea of when we might see Tesla at $1,500. I'm in desperate need. Thank you. Keep up the hard work. I think Tesla would probably hit $1,500 somewhere in 2023 if the markets remain stable. I would say the middle of that year, end of that year could be a possibility if they keep growing, right? So if they keep growing at the current rate and they accelerate growth, then that would be possible in around 2023. I don't see that happening this year. I think this year we're probably going to be seeing it like very range bound between 600 and 900 in that range, pretty much. I think we got a donation from Albi Pajo. It's a $2 donation. Albi Pajo says, "Good afternoon. Can you check Nano Dimension?" Sure thing. I'll check Nano Dimension in a moment here. We got about 30 minutes left until the market opens up. We got about 300 people watching. Guys, make sure you smash that like button. It helps the channel. It helps the live stream. Make sure you do that. Especially if you're holding growth and tech stocks, you know, like Tesla, Palantir, Neo, maybe Nvidia. Make sure you hit the like button right now for good luck when you're trading. I would appreciate that a lot, guys. Let's get to 100 likes right here. Somebody's calling me out as a bear. I'm not bearish. I'm actually very bullish on the market. It's just we're going to see a tiny pullback. Very likely that's going to happen here. Space, Virgin Galactic sitting at 44.6. Would you look at that? Virgin Galactic sitting at 44.6. I bought back my shorts at like 49 and 48. I feel really bad about doing that right now because it's going down much further. But like I've said in the past, you never know where a stock is going to bottom out. You can make some indications. You know, you can look at that like, all right, so it could pull back right there. I was expecting to see Virgin Galactic back at like 41 to fill that gap. I think that's about to be happening here. As you guys might see, it's very, very interesting movement here. Chili sauce is back. Gara, how are you? Made lots of money? Yeah, the past months have been very, very generous. I think the stock market is making my portfolio look better than I deserve, honestly, just the past couple months. Although I have to say, I've got a good chunk of my portfolio on C3.ai, and that has been completely flat. So just waiting for that one to play out. I think it's going to be fine, though. I don't think... it will not take a really long time for that to be playing out well. What is happening with AMC? AMC sitting at 56.7, still holding up, you know, after everything that's happened. It's just going sideways at around 55, 56. Very impressive, to be honest. It has a very high market cap for what the company actually does. Keep in mind, AMC was sitting at $5 not too long ago. It's now sitting at 56. Let's see if it's actually going to hold up. I projected it to be going down to 48. And that could happen either today, tomorrow, or obviously Friday. Also, I want to say this right now. On Monday, next Monday, the stock market is going to be closed. So just so you guys know this, it's because of July 4th. It's an American holiday. So just so you know, make sure you tune in the coming days because Monday, the market is going to be closed and we're not going to be live streaming on Monday. Might be uploading some videos on Monday. But for the most part, yeah, it's going to be closed. Just so you guys know. It's going to be a long weekend. Yeah, it sucks, you know, when the market is closed and you're waiting for the market to just open up and then it's, yeah, 3 days is a long time. Smash that hit button. No, smash that like button. We're almost at 100 likes. Let's get us to 100 right here, right now. Let me know in the live chat if you want me to cover your stock, right? So just let me know in the live chat which stock you would like me to take a look at and to analyze for you, and I'll take a look. Also, I'm going to be making a poll. Will the stock market correct this week? And there we go. Let's see what everybody's thinking here. I'm projecting that the stock market is going to correct here the next coming days. Can you look at DD? Yeah, right. So there's this IPO going on for DD. It hasn't IPO'd yet. It's going to happen today, I think. because I don't see any data right now. I think it's like a taxi service, just like Uber, but it's just the Chinese version of that in China. We'll be taking a look at that as it happens. I think Meet Kevin also talked about it. I saw other channels talk about it. I'm going to be really honest. I'm not so very fond of like Chinese companies. We've seen some very very controversial stuff happen recently with Alibaba and everything. Yeah, we'll take a look at Didi, no problem. We'll take a look every now and then because we could see some really crazy price movement for Didi. I usually do not like buying IPOs. I just wait until it dips out later on and then I'll buy some. That's usually what I do. With C3.ai, I did not do that, which was a big mistake. It ended up dipping quite hard. So 68% of people out there think that the market is going to correct this week in the coming days. That is, I guess, reassuring in some sense. Wish, SoFi, Viacom, CRSR, QS. Oh, by the way, I forgot to link my PayPal. Let me just quickly do that in the live chat. There we go. Oh yeah, I forgot to look at Nano Dimension. That's really bad of me. I said Nano Dimension was going to be coming down to about $8, and after it's coming down in the pre-market right now. It's down 1.06%, $8, and then after that we would see a jump. So it's going to go back to the trend line and then jump off of that, get back to very close to $10. I would say maybe stop at 9.5, but I think we're going to get close to that at $10, and that's going to be, I would say, middle of July. So I'm incredibly bullish on Nano Dimension, growth stocks, tech stocks, high multiple stocks, so long as we know that the CPI is not going to be increasing. It's going to look very, very good. We already see indications that, the 10-year is just going to keep on dropping as it is, which is really, really good, because that means that companies that are borrowing money to survive will have a easier time to survive, right? So if the 10-year jumps, that makes it very hard for companies to borrow because the interest rate goes up on their loans, or on new loans especially. So yeah, we have to keep that in mind. So long as the 10-year is kind of flattening out as it is, we should be able to see stocks recover really fast. We have already seen this happen, and then over the coming months we should see stocks actually accelerate the move upwards because growth keeps on going, right? So we see companies grow and grow and grow and grow, and that should lead to us seeing stocks getting close to that all-time high that we saw in February, and for some stocks probably exceed that level. For a stock like Neo or XPeng or Li Auto, I think they are going to be getting close to the all-time highs and actually briefly exceed those. I think big tech is already exceeding these all-time highs because they're not really high multiple stocks. Well, they've got high multiples, but it's not sky high, right? It's not like a Virgin Galactic where you have no revenue and you have like a market cap of almost 15 billion. Yeah, the idea is that we should be able to see growth in tech stocks for the next couple months regain their strength. We just hit 100 likes. That is awesome. We've got about 23 minutes left until the market is going to open up. So we've got a bunch of time. Make sure you hit the like in that time period. CCIV is being spammed here in the live chat, so I think people want to see CCIV. Do you think Neo can go to 70? Yes, I do think so. I am very, very bullish on Neo. However, keep in mind, I do think Neo is going to correct prior to that. So I think as it is, I mean, we've been projecting that Neo was going to go up at $30, right? So I've been very, very outspoken about this. It was just really cheap. I mean, Neo at $30, it's crazy. But yeah, right now I expect a tiny pullback, get back to around 48, 47, go back to that trend line, and potentially bounce right after, get back to 55 over the coming weeks. I think the $70 would probably be reached in end of Q3, Q4, so that would be around either end of the month of August or getting into like October, November, the latter part of this year. But I certainly do think it's possible. I mean, if Tesla's able to stay at this current market cap, and we see NIO keep on growing and growing, and now NIO is able to go to Europe, I do think NIO is going to be growing really fast in the coming months. So that's my opinion on that. We've got a $5 donation coming in from Masrats. And Masrats says, Sear today, CCIV, when should I buy NIO Tesla for delivery? I'll take a look at a bunch of those because I think people want to see that. I remember you said that you shorted Sear at $26, and I said it was going to come down, right? So I said it could shoot up briefly. It shot up in the after hours at 33. It went to 33.6. That must have been painful. It's sitting at 27.8 at the moment, down 6.4%. And I think it should be able to come down even further, given that the market is right now slowly heading down. I think the thesis is going to hold up at that 24. That's where I think it's going to go back to. And looking at CCIV, I think a lot of people are actually very interested in seeing me cover that, so I'll take a look at CCIV as well. We said that CCIV was going to come back from 27.3 all the way back to around 25, then jump up to the 27.5, and then keep on going up almost parabolically towards the 40s. And I think I stand by with what I said. I think this is going to be happening. We'll see a slight pullback here, a higher low indication of an ascension, and yeah, so right around that 25, that could happen today. Possibly it's already down 0.65% in the pre-market. And I expect it to just keep on rallying, 28, 29, 30. Yeah, that's CCIV right now. It's going to be very parabolic. And theoretically speaking, I mean, it would still be, it would be holding the trend, right? And then eventually it's going to really take off. That usually happens at the last week of prior to that merger. There's a lot of excitement, a lot of euphoria that goes into the momentum for that stock, and it just starts flying upwards. Very similar to what we saw with this part here before the announcement. You see it slowly heading up, and then it jumps up and it stays there. Although I don't think we're going to quite hit 60. I think we're going to get very close to the $40. And then after the merger, I expect it to drop off back to around 30. Given that the market is stable the coming weeks, right? That's the condition that has to be met. And I'll also take a look at NIO, because I think people want to see NIO too. For NIO, I already said it. I'm going to say that I expect it to just pull back to around 47, 48. For Tesla stock, I think it could slowly get back to around 667, 670 again. This is a support. Then potentially jump up again, either at the end of the day or tomorrow. And that jump would get it back to around 700, 705. Because deliveries could be really good and people are buying in for deliveries, which is the catalyst that we're going to see on Friday. But yeah, depending on how the market is going to behave, that's how Tesla's going to go. Because right now the market is slightly negative. Guess what? Tesla's slightly negative. So if the Nasdaq pulls back really hard today and tomorrow, then yeah, Tesla's going to pull back as well. And that would mean we're going to get back to around 660. But yeah, that's playing out right now. And I would say Tesla, despite the fact that it might correct slightly, it's still looking very attractive because we're getting into earnings season. And that is really big because if they have solid deliveries, which means they have record deliveries, they will maybe have a record quarter. And guess what? Their stock price is not sitting at record levels. And so we could see the stock price appreciate significantly on the news that they have a record quarter. But yeah, many analysts have been projecting that might not be the case. But I think given the fact that Tesla's still down 20 to 25% from its all-time high, buying it at these current prices is not a bad idea. It's not financial advice. I personally have bought at 680, 670. In fact, I've bought at around 540, 550, 560, etc. And I'll keep on buying if it goes down. But that's my opinion on Tesla right now. But yeah, on any bad news, we're looking at a downturn to around 640. 640, 630, if there's bad news. So it is a spectrum right now. Okay, so we've got about 17 minutes left until the market opens up. And we're sitting at 124 likes. We're getting close to 150. Make sure you hit the like button if you enjoy the live streams, and that would really support the live stream. And once again, let me know which stock you want me to cover right here, right now. Let it be known in the live chat so I can take a look at your favorite stocks. Meanwhile, I'm just going to quickly grab a tissue because my nose is starting to run right now. I'll be back in a second. Alrighty, let's see. We got another donation from Ivis. Ivis says, "Is Airbnb a good buy right now, or will it go lower?" Thanks. Good question. I think the market sentiment right now is, I would say, I think it's quite positive for Airbnb. Although it's been going down because of a lockup period expiration. They've had a bit of a reputational crisis because of the fact that people could not get evicted, etc. So yeah, it's kind of in a hurdle, not because of the market necessarily, but because of what's been happening behind the scenes. I'm gonna say that it's gonna pull back to around 144, and we'll see a move upwards back to the 160s. I'm still very bullish on Airbnb. I think the negative news that's coming out around Airbnb is just primarily FUD, and it will not last. Yes, but if we see increasing negative news about Airbnb, of course it's going to correct all the way back down, especially if the market is going to correct. I do expect it back to the 135. But I don't think that 146, 145, 144 would be a bad price for Airbnb. You know, it's been sitting significantly higher than that. So yeah, I would personally take advantage of the fact that it's down because of the negative news. It's just a discount. I don't think Airbnb is going anywhere. It's staying, and people are going to be using their services the coming months as people are going to start traveling. So I'm expecting Airbnb to come back up quite a bit very, very soon. I'll be buying some at 140 if it gets to that point. But yeah, I'm waiting for that to be happening here. Let's see which stocks people want to see here. We see Virgin Galactic, Neo, PRU, Clover, interesting, Bitcoin, SMTC, AI. Yeah, Bitcoin actually fell down quite hard, right? It's down 3.7%. We initially said Bitcoin was going to go back up to 35,000. Then we set 38,000. It got to 36.7 thousand. We said there would be a pullback. There is a pullback right now, but it's looking quite severe. It looks like it's going to pull back all the way further. This is looking quite negative, right? So it has to consolidate here for it to zoom back up to the 40,000s. Yeah, we're going to see more of that choppy movement with Bitcoin and Ethereum and just the cryptocurrencies in general. Let me delete these. Yeah, that is not looking good. I do not like what I'm seeing here. This looks like we're going to see another pullback back to the lower 30,000s. Let me check Ethereum for a minute. See, we're seeing the same pattern there. Oh. Cardano also down 3.5%. Cardano's just following Bitcoin, to be honest. Yeah, we're seeing the same exact thing here, where it's about to cross downwards. It's about to inflect downwards. Probably back to around 2,000. So we might see Bitcoin go down just slightly further, probably another percentage or two, and consolidate and then jump up. That's my expectation right now still for Bitcoin to get back to that 38,000. And Ethereum, same story actually. I think we'll probably see it go back to around 2,000 and then jump back up to the 2,500s. Of course, I don't think that's going to last. I think this is one of those dead cat bounces. But, you know, we could see a 10, 20, 30% move here at these lower levels as people are buying the dip. And I think the negative news, the FUD that we have seen around crypto is slowly but steadily wearing off, which should aid the cryptocurrencies. Let me just briefly check what's happening here in the live chat. Some people pointing out to Tattooed Chef actually going up here. 10%, right? I don't see it going up 10%. I was bullish on Tattooed Chef for quite some time. Maybe it didn't update yet. It was up 3.8% yesterday. It could be that the pre-market didn't update yet. Let me just briefly check. Yeah, Tattooed Chef is up 3.6% in the pre-market right now. It's hitting our target, which was around 21.5, filling that gap there. Looking pretty good. Although I think it's going to probably inflect downwards after that. So I wouldn't get your hopes up yet. Because the RSI is moving incredibly fast for the tiny price movement that we're getting right now. You can kind of compare it right now to what we saw right here, where the price just skyrocketed, but the RSI calmly went up. Now RSI is jumping up really fast, but the price is kind of it's just going up $1, right? So that's in my opinion kind of a bearish signal. There's not a lot of momentum there. Although we're seeing green, it's not like it's skyrocketing 20 or 30% in the coming days. At least not so far. But I'm still bullish. I think it's just going to take some time. Tesla's down 0.3%, mainly because the Nasdaq is down like 0.2%. Like I said, pull back initially and then skyrocket. And that's still what I'm thinking right now. I thought it was going to pull back at around 14,500, and that did not happen. So that was a little bit confusing. Usually those round numbers are... That's usually when you see the corrections happen. 14,500, 15,000, 15,500, etc. Looking at Virgin Galactic, it's about to fill the gap. Although I think prior to that gap fill, it should be able to bounce very slightly back up to maybe 47, 48, and then go down all the way to fill the gap there that we were talking about, right around $40 to $41. So I would probably buy some Virgin Galactic around 40. Because growth and tech stocks are looking better and better. There is going to be a catalyst that Richard Branson might actually take a flight to space. And on that catalyst, I do expect Virgin Galactic to spike heavily again. But it has to cool off a little bit after the significant move that we saw back to about $60, which is kind of crazy if you think about it. This company doesn't have any revenue so far. It's burning lots of cash, yet it jumped up 40% at a market cap of $10 billion. Which is quite significant. Alright guys, we've got about 10 minutes left until the market opens up. Make sure you hit the like button if you're holding any growth or tech stocks out there. If you're holding Tesla or Palantir or CCIV, smash the like button. Let's get to 150 likes. And yes, it does support the channel. It does help the live stream. I would appreciate it a lot if you would just take a second and click on that like button. I think I'm going to create another poll. I really want to create another poll here. I'm just going to finish the current one where we said that, do you think the market is going to collapse or correct the coming days? 55% said yes. Let's create another poll. Will Tesla stock go above 700 this week? I think that would be an interesting one. Alrighty. I think I want to buy some Virgin Galactic right now, actually. Just a small amount. Give me one moment. I'm just trying to get some Virgin Galactic. There we go. Yeah, I bought some Virgin Galactic at around 44. I'll be buying more as it goes down. Because I'm waiting for that next catalyst for Virgin Galactic, which is going to be... you're off on Tesla, Chief. It's not going to fill that gap after a day like yesterday. I don't know if you've held Tesla stock longer than a week, But if you take a look at the how Tesla stock moves, just the past couple months, past couple years, Tesla's perfectly able to go up 10% just like that. Perfectly able to do that. So, okay. Oh, it actually didn't go through. Buying some Virgin Galactic. There we go. Probably next week if deliveries are good. Gara cannot see negative in Tesla. Well, the problem I have right now is that every single YouTuber is talking negative about Tesla. The news is talking negative about Tesla. People on Twitter are talking negative about Tesla. Hey, I'm just saying, if you look at it objectively, if you like take away all the FUD, Tesla is actually looking pretty good. They're growing really fast. They have the best technology in the market. They have one of the greatest leaders of all time, Elon Musk, at the head of that, and he's in his prime. And Tesla is a partnership with all the other companies that Elon is working on. You know, SpaceX, the Boring Company, Neuralink, all these other, Starlink, and they're all going to be like working in on each other. You're not really buying Tesla stock. You're buying Elon stock. You're buying Elon stock when you're getting into Tesla. And people don't really understand that. And it's also very like, the potential is just so incredibly high. It's like, it's the people that say that Tesla's a car company, right? It's like, it's a car company. It should go back to $100 per share, $50 per share. I think in the coming years, that is going to be it's going to be like debunked, completely debunked. You're going to see like the Boring Company is going to help Tesla, SpaceX is going to help Tesla. We're going to see many, many partnerships there. Maybe even Starlink. You know, the solar roofs are also going to be taking off. The insurance side of the company, full self-driving. It's just a really, really big opportunity. And I do think Tesla's down the road going to become the largest market cap company. And this is not things that are like going to happen. It's already happening. It's already happening right now. The technology is here. They need to scale it up. That's it. It's going to take some time before they scale it up, but it's happening right as we speak. It's happening right as we speak. Hyperloops are being placed. And that's going to take some time to actually go through. But I think Teslas are going to receive major benefits from that, because guess what? The Boring Company is owned by Elon Musk, who also owns Tesla stock. I mean, it's just a matter of time. People are going to be surprised when it goes up to like a $2 trillion market cap in the coming years. Like, oh my God, I thought Tesla stock was a car company. How is a car company sitting at a market cap of $2 trillion? Well, Tesla just casually makes like $100 or $150 billion a year with accelerating growth. I mean, it's foolish. It's absolutely foolish. Like, I'm watching these big YouTubers that I respect starting to short Tesla, which is like, what are you doing? Oh well. Bro, you need to chill. Nah, I think the media is so incredibly negative on Tesla. And I have gone through production hell with Tesla. When I was holding Tesla stock, I'll show you right now. I'm going to chill in a moment. I have seen the FUD. I have witnessed the FUD. You see this? Tesla was at an all-time high of around 75, 76, and then it drops, and the media keeps on pumping out negative news. It's going to go bankrupt. Elon Musk is a shill. He's a con artist, etc., etc. The stock goes from 76 all the way to $36. I bought at 76. I bought at 60, etc. I doubled down at 36. And I was like praying. I was like, oh my gosh, I put the last cent that I had in Tesla stock at 36. And then Tesla stock skyrockets from the bottom. It went up to $50. And I was so happy. I remember that. Despite that, though, the media was very negative. Everybody on YouTube, everybody on Google News, any news kind of platform was negative on Tesla. And it proceeded to go up. And that was just victory, right? But the thing is, we're seeing that happen all over again, where people are downing Tesla again, and it's just getting really, really crazy. Where it's like, they're literally making stuff up. Like, it's that crazy. Oh well. I think Tesla on the long term, lots of in the long term, lots of potential. I don't think it makes sense to just listen to the FUD, listen to the growth, listen to the actual things that are happening. Fundamentally, look at the technicals. It's still looking fine. I don't expect Tesla to go back to $200 or $300. Only if the market corrects significantly, that would happen, right? So, just to answer everybody's questions right away, because I've had a lot of messages from people. Do you think Tesla's going to pull back to $400? No, I don't think that's going to happen short term. Might happen maybe if something really bad happens with the market. If the market pulls back like 10%, maybe at the end of July, maybe in August, maybe. We'll see. All right, we got about a minute left until the market is going to be opening up here. Make sure you smash that like button. Let's get to 200 likes right now, and let me know which stocks you are excited about in the live chat. About a minute left until the market opens up. I am going to be covering Tesla here because we have a big catalyst on Friday. It is Wednesday today. We got only a couple days left until that catalyst. My expectation was Tesla's going to drop to about 670, and then potentially tomorrow shoot up. Either at the end of this day on Power Hour or tomorrow, we could see a big move upwards. And yeah. Very exciting stuff. Looking at the 1 hour right now, what's happening here? It's looking quite good, actually. It looks like we're about to go down slightly, and the market has opened up. Let's go. There goes the opening bell. Let's see. Tesla stock is at 680.5. It's starting to move to the upside now. 1 hour does look good, so we do see 681.3. It's in the positive. That's good. This is as the Nasdaq is actually red, so notice that, 681.3. Let's see if it's going to hold up. Let me delete everything here. 681.8. 681.6. MACD's about to cross. RSI's jumping. This should be promising. Yeah, I think I should have closed that opening bell. 682.9. Don't short Tesla stock. I'm going to probably regret this. It could still drop to 670. Do not short Tesla stock. It's not financial advice. It's just, you know, my opinion. Yeah, the Nasdaq is dropping right now. So the reason Tesla's going down slightly is because the Nasdaq is dropping. I'm checking my portfolio right now. It is looking green. Green as the eye can see. Because of primarily Tesla stock, I would say. Looking at my cryptos. I think my cryptos are still suffering right now. Quite a bit right now. 684.4 in Tesla stock. Prior to a major catalyst, Q2 deliveries. Right, as everybody said that you should sell Tesla stock and short Tesla stock. It's starting to move up half a percentage point. Let's see if it's going to hold up. Keep in mind, the market is negative. Tesla should not be going up, but it's going up anyway. Neo is up 1.8%. Would you look at that? Damn. That is interesting. So, Neo is not quite pulling back just yet. Wow, look at that. Woo. Neo spiking. 1.7% as the market is negative. That's interesting. What's happening with AMC? AMC is up half a percentage point. We've got Nano Dimension down. We've got BNGO down. Small caps are down. Nvidia's up slightly. We got Virgin Galactic at 45. I bought some at 44, so that's pretty interesting. So Virgin Galactic up slightly, although it's down 4%. It's up from that bottom that we just recently saw. Big Tech is selling off slightly, like I said, as the Nasdaq sells off. You know, of course, Big Tech is going to sell off too. Tesla's dumping back to the 680s. I mean, so long as it's going to hold up at the 680s, I'm going to be perfectly fine. I'm projecting it to go back to 670, so 680 would be just beautiful. Let's see. Neo. What's happening with Neo? 50.8, right? So Neo's going down as Tesla's going down, as the Nasdaq is going down. Very notable. Tesla 681.7. It seems like that 680 is acting as support right here. It's bouncing off of that. It's been doing that for quite some time, actually. 681.7. I mean, with the Nasdaq down like this, I really doubt that Tesla's going to jump a whole lot. I have my doubts. What are we seeing here? Dow Jones is performing the best right now. That makes sense. Usually when tech goes down, the Dow Jones kind of stays flat or goes up. And we have the Russell down 0.5 percentage point, which we were expecting, right? Tesla's starting to move up again. Volume is picking up, 683.5. It's going up as the Nasdaq is going down. That's an interesting phenomenon right there. XPeng is down 2.4%. It gapped down. We got CCIV going back to the $25, which we were expecting, right? So this is no surprise. Going back to 25 very briefly. AMC is down 0.7%. No surprise there. We were expecting AMC to go down. C3.ai going down. Didn't quite expect this. I thought we could have probably gone up above 67, but we did discuss about the $67 price, that was a resistance, that it could potentially drop, but I was expecting it to fill the gap and go to the 70s. That did not happen. So I'm wrong about that one. Although we have a support range around the 663, 62, this could potentially bounce back up, and that would be a higher bottom indicating this is going to be running up. AMC now going down really hard, down 2 percentage points. What are we seeing with Virgin Galactic? Also down slightly, down 4.6%. AMD at $90. We said AMD was going to go to the $90. It reached $90. I think we're ready for a pullback on AMD now as well. Nvidia starting to pull back 0.3%. I think Nvidia could probably get back to 760, like very easily. There's a gap right there. That was a runaway gap. Could pull back as the Nasdaq would pull back, back to around 760, 770. I would think it would be a temporary thing, so briefly jump and then go up further for the stock split. Now going back to where we were, Tesla is now going below 680. MACD is still indicating that it could jump upwards, so not giving up yet, but the Nasdaq is still red. And that's my opinion. Will you be buying some more C3? I will be buying more C3. Watching it go down right now. We got a 3.2 euro donation from Julio Navarrete. Thank you so much for that donation. It has no message, so I can't really read that. If there's no message. So, I'm just gonna see if I can find some stocks here. I think I'll be buying some more C3 in all honesty. I bought some more C3.ai at 63.4. Or whatever it's currently at. 63, right? Why is the market red? Well, there's a good reason that the market is red right now, or going red. Well, we're entering a new month. Lots of institutions and hedge funds, they usually window dress at the end of the month. And we could see a sell-off into July. So, and we also have the CPI report coming out the 13th of July, and we could see it sell off slowly, bit by bit, right prior to that report, because we don't know whether inflation is going to actually come down. We need confirmation of that again, and that's like uncertainty, especially when you see the Nasdaq go up as much as it has after we saw the last CPI report, which was right here. Look at how much it went up after the last report, right? So last report. That's like 6.3%. That is insane. Wasn't it that the S&P returns about 7 to 8% in a year? The Nasdaq just did that in like a couple weeks time, like two or 3 weeks. So given that, I mean, it would be healthy for the Nasdaq to pull back prior to that CPI report. Given that there's a little bit of, it's adding to the uncertainty, and especially after the huge move up, technicals are indicating we might see a pullback. And so I'm kind of betting on that right now. Tesla's heading back up to 682.2. Looks like we're seeing a higher bottom form, and it's not going below the 676. MACD is about to cross again. AMC is dropping even faster now, down 2.2%, sitting at 55. C3.ai is dropping, sitting at 62.7. PLTR sitting at my target of 26.5. Would you look at that? So we made a prediction on Palantir. We said that Palantir was going to be going to 27 last week. At the end of the week, it hit 27 on the dot. Then we said it was going to pull back to about 26.5, and then after that potentially hit 26. It looks like the MACD is about to cross again. RSI is looking really juicy. I think we could see a bit of a bounce back to 27 potentially, maybe 26.7. But yeah, that's the arrow that we drew. It was pretty solid. We're really happy about that. I'm gonna have to check my portfolio right now. 1 second. Yeah. I'll be buying more C3. Yeah, I bought some more C3.ai. As it's going down, right? So buying in this zone, I'm probably going to buy at 62 as well if it goes down to 62. Tesla 684, there you go. Up half a percentage point. That's kind of rare. That's really weird because the Nasdaq is down, right? So markets are kind of indicating, hey, negativity. Yeah, Tesla's going up half a percentage point after going up 20%. MACD is crossing. This is looking quite good for today so far. Yeah, what a pain, man. AMC is down quite a lot. Virgin Galactic is bouncing. I'm benefiting from this bounce because I bought a boatload of Virgin Galactic at 44. So that's interesting. Value stocks are slightly green. We're seeing big banks going slightly green right now. Nvidia stuck at 800, not quite going above that right now, just right around 800. Nano Dimension BNGO heading down, which does make sense given the fact that the Russell is down 0.5%. And that's also having an impact on C3.ai, right? So I think the main reason why C3 is going down is because of the Russell going down right now. Tesla is sitting at 686. Let's go. 685 right now. Yeah, MACD cross. Very bullish momentum right here. It could last, right? So it could jump further. Given that we have a higher bottom here, I mean, it looks like it's going to ascend towards that 700. We have a big catalyst on Friday, so anything could happen here. It's going to be quite dependent on the market sentiment. All right. Looking good. Looking fresh. Let's see if I missed any donations. No. Okay, cool. Yeah, Palantir's bouncing back. Like the volume, the momentum is looking really good with Palantir. So might see that 27 again, very briefly. Neo is jumping really fast. Look at that. I expected a downturn with Neo, but it looks like it's about to head to the 52. Interesting. Interesting. 4-hour chart. It's still quite overbought though. I wouldn't necessarily want to enter Neo at like 51, 52. I do think we'll see a pullback where it's going to get a little bit cheaper. Yeah, it's because it's already up like 70% or something. Virgin Galactic is slowly heading up, slowly but steadily heading up. We can see this on the, I think probably in the 1 hour. There you go. 1 hour is indicating we're seeing more and more positive momentum. RSI is jumping up. I would say we're going to see it go back to 47 and then probably drop again back to around 41, 42. AMC is sitting at 55. Tesla jumping again, sitting at 58. 687. Sorry, I don't know why that didn't come out well, but Neo dilution. I have no idea. Is there dilution coming for Neo? Probably not, but Neo's on fire tomorrow. Oh yeah, deliveries is coming up. Well, that could explain a lot. Deliveries coming up for Neo. Yeah. I think you have to be cautious with that because usually what happens is it skyrockets for deliveries and then it sells off right after. And so that's why I'm a bit bearish on Neo right now. Just a little bit. But it's above my target. You know, I said it was going to go to 50.5. It's now sitting at 51.5. Still expecting downside regardless of this, what we're seeing right now. Long-term bullish, but short-term right now, it should be able to pull back soon. Tesla 686.1 up 0.8% as the Nasdaq is down 0.2%. So that's really good. If the Nasdaq goes positive, I could expect it to go above 690, maybe even 700 at this point. AI slowly jumping up. Look at that. It went from 62.8 all the way up to the 64. Very, very interesting movement there. That's really nice. Yeah, Tesla's still sitting at 686. Really good. Somebody said Stock Guru said $90 for Neo. I mean, I don't want to be I don't want to sound too judgmental, but didn't Stock Guru sell Tesla stock at like 550? I watch all the YouTubers that you guys watch, by the way. But yeah, I saw that actually. I was like really surprised. Like, hey, you're selling Tesla stock at 550? You sure about that? Yeah, Tesla at 687.7. I don't think Neo's going to go to 90 short term. Maybe at the end of the year we might see a spike to the upside, but right now I'm not so sure about that. We'll see, you know. We shall see. It is up 3%. It is zooming up really high. With a market cap of, it says 77 billion, but it's probably higher than that. One sec. Yeah, market cap of 85 billion. This is higher than that. So 53% of people think that Tesla's going to hit $700 this week. Interesting. So it's more people than I thought. You know, I'm going to be really judgmental right now. I think Stock Guru is the kind of guy that would cover a stock, and then when the stock doesn't go the way he says it goes down, he would not cover that stock. I have actually witnessed this with several stocks that he covered. I find that, I don't know what to say about that. I think that's... It's very beneficial for your reputation because all the stocks that you cover go up because you don't cover the stocks that went down. Yeah. So that's kind of what I want to say about that, because I've had a lot of questions about that. It's like, what do you think of this person? This is my opinion, right? So, just want to get that out there. I cover stocks that I'm wrong on. Like, you know that about me. If I'm wrong, I'll tell you I was wrong. I don't have a crystal ball. I will tell you I'm wrong about this. I'll tell you I'm wrong, and this is where it's going to go next. And I did that with C3.ai. I did that with Tesla in the past. I did it with many stocks. And that's how it's supposed to be. Because nobody out there is going to be right all the time in the stock market. Nobody. Joey coming in with a $2 donation says, Stock Guru is a fake living. I don't think that's necessarily the case. I think everybody has their own specialties. People that don't make wrong calls are untrustable. I think that's the case. I mean, look at me, Kevin. I mean, he had several wrong calls, but he's still a multimillionaire because of the stock market. One moment. 687 on Tesla. Look at that. Ain't that sweet? That is pretty darn sweet. Yeah, I don't know if that MACD is going to cross right here. But there are many, many other YouTubers out there, by the way. There are so many YouTubers out there. They only cover the stocks that are going up. When they're wrong about a stock, they would just stop covering that stock. Like that, I think that is just manipulation in some sense. It's like you don't want to admit that you're wrong. I think that's, I don't know. I think it's wrong. Did we see? Oh yeah, we have a donation from Masras. Do you see CCIV to 24.25? Should we buy Tesla today? Yeah, I said it before, right? 25 could be highly possible. I think Tesla right now is, I bought some Tesla stock at like 670, at 680. I think at this moment there are just better opportunities out there than Tesla. I have a lower dollar cost average level, so that's why it's really attractive. But I would say there are better opportunities at Tesla in the short term, like C3.ai and Palantir and many other stocks. Yeah, it's we could potentially see at the maximum maybe a 10% move on Tesla. I'm expecting more like a 3 to 5% move on Tesla just the coming days, like top. That would be sitting around this zone here. Maybe hit 720. That'd be pretty crazy, by the way, if that would be the case. Yeah, I don't know. I've seen very, very sketchy YouTubers out there, and they either stop covering the stocks that they're like negative on, or they completely delete their channel, or they just stop. Like, really weird stuff happening on YouTube. There's also plenty of people that say, I'm not a financial advisor, then proceeds to give financial advice. That's like, okay. I don't think it's supposed to work that way. I hear birds. Yeah, it's in the background. It's pretty great. I'm not saying I'm the best out there. I am far from being the best, but I'm trying to do my best at least. What's happening right now? Ooh, the Nasdaq's dropping. Yeah, we're noticing that in stocks right now. As the Nasdaq drops, we're seeing Tesla drop. All the other growth tech stocks, mostly tech stocks, that are dropping slightly now. Now we're seeing AMC drop as well. Virgin Galactic starting to move down. Might actually want to buy some Virgin Galactic right now. Alright, I bought a little bit of Virgin Galactic around 44.8. I'm buying small amounts right now, honestly. What is your view on CCIV? To the moon, pretty much. Gara, speaking fast, when some YouTubers are down, they disappear. Remember what happened in February, March, and April, and like suddenly tons of YouTubers just stopped uploading videos and they just stopped what they were doing. Meanwhile, I was live every single day, like twice a day. You can check it. It's all like my channel has the history of all the live streams. We went through it. I was like admitting, like, whoa, I was wrong about this. The 10-year jumped. How How did I not know? And I think a lot of YouTubers had a wake-up call. Meet Kevin, financial education, many YouTubers, and they admitted to it. Meanwhile, you got we had a bunch of YouTubers just stopping altogether because they didn't want to admit they were wrong. Although, to be fair, I did stop uploading videos for a time. It was partially because I saw the downturn. I was like, gosh, stocks are going to go down for a longer time. But it was also for health reasons. I had some thyroid problems back then, and made me really tired all the time. And videos, the energy you put in videos is like crazy, especially if you're uploading 3 to 4 videos a day. So at some point I opted out. I was like, okay, just focus on the live streams, get that going, and eventually start with the videos. Intellectual dishonesty. Yeah, it's I mean, I think honesty trumps everything. You got to be honest. You can't just not say the truth just because short term it works out better for you. I think that's a no-go. That's what lucid trading is about. Lucid means transparency, right? Being transparent. Although ironically, I'm not showing my portfolio. But it's not because of transparency reasons. It's because of it's just really hard to do that in a good format. And also I've had like really big priorities, like working on the website. But if anybody has a suggestion on how to show your portfolio on if there's like a site where I could just upload my portfolio once and it would just update every day and just show it to everybody, I would probably do that. But so far, I haven't really found anything reliable yet. I used to do that on Patreon, where I would show my portfolio. But I had to upload screenshots and then explain what I was doing. And that took like an hour or two to just, not an hour, just half an hour to an hour or two to actually process all that stuff. Virgin just starts a rocket from a Boeing 7. Hold up. Virgin is still down. Yeah, waiting for that. I'm just editing some things in my portfolio at the moment. See if I can do that. One second. You should show. Yeah, I should. I think it's arguably beneficial for everybody out there. It's not like if I show my portfolio, suddenly hedge funds are going to bet against me. I think Meet Kevin might have that problem, but it's not a big problem. It's just a matter of like, what platform should I use? And the thing is, like, if I use an Excel spreadsheet and have to edit everything every single day, I mean, it would take a lot of time. I would rather have like this platform where you just connect it to your portfolio or something and it just updates automatically. That would be a lot better, but I haven't found that yet, unfortunately. Some people said use eToro or because there are some trading apps that have that communal kind of thing where you can show your portfolio. Maybe that would be interesting. But I'm going to be really honest, that has not been my priority. Let me see what's happening here in the live chat. Try Iris app, AMD. I think there's not a single thing that I've seen so far that shows your portfolio live to a public. For like a big audience. I haven't seen anything like that yet. Tesla kind of sitting at 685. We're seeing the market kind of get more and more red. The S&P is now in the red. The Nasdaq is going down even faster now. Despite all of that, we're seeing Tesla still holding up at 685, which is just wonderful. Virgin Galactic is down again, going down again, 44.5 at the moment. And if we take a look at some other stocks, yeah, it's getting worse and worse actually. So remember when we said it was going to go down? It's starting to really move down now. And it's pulling Tesla along. AMC is heading down. You know, AI is starting to move down slightly now. PLTR just holding up like a champ. This is classic Palantir, right? It's like markets are starting to move down. Palantir goes up 0.5%. Classic Palantir. Textbook Palantir, right? Big tech is heading down. We saw Facebook at a 1 trillion market cap. It's now below that. So, yeah, that is happening. Recovery stocks up very slightly. It's about time. AMD is still sitting at 90, going above. The question is, how long is this going to last for AMD? Let's delete everything. I want to zoom out. Check the 4 hours. I still think it's going to pull back for AMD. It's getting overbought right now. We're getting close to earnings. It's in a couple weeks. 93.8 seems to be a resistance area where we saw AMD pull back several times in the past. So that would be my ideal point to potentially take a tiny short position, but I think I'm not going to do that. Back to that $90 initially. It could be pretty severe though, so it could actually come back all the way to the 87, 85. But we'll see what happens. Tesla at 684, slowly heading down. What's happening with Nvidia? Nvidia is at 799.5, also in negative territory, about to cross down too. I think the next level is going to be around 775, 770. One sec. All right. What's happening with Tesla? 682.9. With a market like this, I don't know if it's able to pass through. We saw a little bit of positive momentum right as it, the market was still negative, so that was getting me a little bit excited. NIO is passing 52 now. It is flying high for deliveries. That is what we're seeing here. Interesting. Palantir about to hit 27. That was expected. That much was expected, right? If you take a look at the 1 hour, MACD is about to cross. Momentum is strong there. Virgin Galactic still moving down after the big rally that we saw. So still negative. AMC going below 55 again. It just does not want to leave that 55. That much we already know. But it should be able to come back to around 48, 49 pretty soon. Gara, any ideas on SoFi? Let me check SoFi. We thought it was going to jump. It did jump, but didn't quite get to that 21.5. Then we thought downturn happened right after. SoFi is in an iffy scenario because there was a lockup period expiration, I believe, and I think it's just going to go sideways around 20, pretty much sideways, probably to the upside. I don't think it's going to do a whole lot. We had the momentum from the actual merger. Then we had the downturn right after. I think right now, the momentum is just going to wear off. Volume is going to go down. And, yeah, we're already seeing volumes. If we take a look at the 1 hour, maybe we see it right there. Volume is kind of low right now. So I expect some sideways movements on SoFi. I don't think a whole lot is going to be happening here short term. AMC heading down now to 54.8. We got AI 64.5. Starting to go in the positive, right? So that's really positive. Why is that happening? Oh yeah, the Russell's spiking. Interesting. So the Russell's starting to head up, sitting at 2,300, causing some small caps to go up, but the BNGO Nano dimension is still in a negative. Interesting. Do you see that? Every time AMC goes below 55, it jumps back up. It just jumps back up every single time. Incredible. Joey coming in with a $2 donation, saying Palantir 27 and then what? Probably pull back, honestly. I think it's probably going to pull back. Because the market is kind of looking a little sketchy right now. Unless they get a contract, they could rally to like 30. I just don't see that happening right now, given that we recently already had some contracts coming in for Palantir. But you never know. You never know. Also, guys, if you want to donate, please make sure you use PayPal, because PayPal pretty much gives me the full amount of the donation. It really support the channel. YouTube takes about half of the donation. Both are accepted, but I would really appreciate PayPal. The PayPal link is in the live chat, and it's also in the description. What is happening here? Hold up. What is happening to Neo? Oh my, Neo is still heading up. Wait, this is not making sense anymore. This is not making sense. It is still flying high, and it's going above resistances, so it's just really flying high right now. That is kind of crazy. Let's check the daily chart. 52.5 now, up 4.3%. Wow. Interesting. Let me check the weekly chart. Weekly is indicating positivity. 4 hours indicating overbought, heavily overbought. MACD is sitting at a quite high level. I'm still expecting a pullback. But yeah, I'm looking like a fool right now, saying it's going to pull back, and it just goes up higher and higher and higher. I don't think it's going to last. I mean, how much is it going up right now? It's about 17.5% in just the past couple days. And this is as the market is negative. Huh. One moment. Nasdaq is pulling back up. You know what? Why is it going up so fast? When is deliveries for Neo? Stock in the Chinese electric. Right. That's just funny. They talk about deliveries, but they never give you a date for the delivery date. I think it's probably going to be the first couple of days of... it's tomorrow, right? Some people saying tomorrow. If it's tomorrow, then it does make sense why it's going up right now. It makes perfect sense. AI is starting to jump now, 64.8. We can see that right now. We're seeing a lot of these stocks actually starting to move. One moment. Yeah, I'm seeing my whole portfolio jump just because of Tesla. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, sitting at 686. We had a donation coming in from Julio Navarrete. It's a $2 donation, and Julio says, "What do you think about LDI?" I'll tell you. LDI, I think I haven't ever covered this. Probably not. It's finance, rental, leasing. Our rates have been going down, so that might be the reason why it's performing so bad. It did very well in February and March and April. Then it came down when rates came down. I don't know much about this company. They have a lot of revenue, apparently. It's a consumer lending business. Why is it so flat? That is crazy. 12.8. That's kind of strange, you know? It goes up, it's going back and forth, and it's suddenly just completely flat for the dividends. Something might have happened with this company. I have no idea. I'm gonna look it up right now. Real darn quick. Loan Depot. See if there's any news about this. It looks promising, actually. It's sitting quite low at the moment. 12.8. Was sitting way higher previously. I think rates will eventually go up. I don't know why it's going so flat at the moment. Dividends are coming up. $2.5% dividends. Skyrocketed like 40%, and then it dropped all the way again. I would say it's going to probably head up to like... Just head up, right? The daily chart is indicating positive momentum. I would say it's going to jump back to like 13.5 short term. But usually when it jumps up very aggressively, so we have to look out for that. If the 10-year starts moving up at all, then that would be very beneficial for Loan Depot. So if the 10-year would jump, I expect it to just go back to like 15, 16, 17, in that range. If we see the 10-year just go down, well, back to that 12. But I would say it's more likely that the 10-year is going to jump slightly in the coming weeks. Which would mean it will probably go back to 13, 14-ish initially. AMC just jumped to 56. Look at that. AMC jumping here. Surprise, surprise. Virgin Galactic going up as well, sitting at 45 now. Despite not really anything happening here. Markets are still heading down slightly, so guess that was maybe a big short that covered. Could be the case. Enphase has been skyrocketing. Somebody said Enphase is skyrocketing. Let me check that. Yeah, we projected a pullback on Enphase, and that happens. So it's down 1.3%. It might actually correct a little bit further to the 176 because there's a gap there to be ready to be filled. 176. I think right after we could see a continuation of the rally. So that's my opinion on Enphase. Neo starting to slow down just a bit prior to deliveries. One moment. I'm trying to edit my portfolio here slightly. See if there's anything at all. Yeah, Virgin Galactic moving up. AI is still positive. That's cool. That's really cool. About it 65. Huge Neo announcement, Gara, to the moon. It already went to the moon, to be fair. It already went up quite a lot, so... I think I missed the donation. I'm so sorry. We got a $3 donation from Mastercraft. CCFE took off and never came to 24.25. Is it a buying opportunity right now? This is obviously not financial advice. I think CCIV, yeah, it took off. It actually did go back to 25. It went to 25.7. Then it jumped. How many weeks are there left? Like 3 weeks left? I think it's still looking attractive. I think anything below 30 is still looking attractive on the CCIV stock. But I would not personally buy its 27 because I see other opportunities out there. But 27 is still an attractive price for a potential swing trade. You know, it could hit 35 to about 40. That's a good gain. I don't think it's going to... I think 27 is... Yeah. I think 30, that's where it gets expensive. A bit more expensive. But 27 is it's not bad. Momentum is indicating it might spike further, so... Neo is heading up. It's sitting at 59.9, 52.9, up 5.2%. Anybody holding Neo, you're having a good time right now. Next level is going to be around 54, 55. This is all happening prior to deliveries, right? Prior to the actual deliveries for Neo. Let's see. C3.ai is doing pretty good. All right. Xpeng is down, but Neo is up. Huge. Neo just hit 53. Neo just hit $53. It's gonna hit 60. I'm not so sure about that. I don't think it's gonna hit 60. Virgin's additional business small satellites to orbit at low costs. Oh, okay. So they're going to do what SpaceX is doing. Oh, that's pretty great. When do NEO announce deliveries tonight? Is it tonight or tomorrow? But it could be that, you know, the time zones are a little bit iffy. So it could be tonight for us, but it's like tomorrow for them. No idea about that, by the way. But I expect, honestly... Usually when it skyrockets like this, sell the news event. I expect to sell the news event. Especially when the markets are looking weaker now. Going downwards. Virgin Galactic having a tough time to get above 45. That is looking interesting. Oh, 1 moment. When will AI shine? I expect the end of July, August period to be very, very interesting for C3.ai. Although, expecting some positive momentum in the coming days too. But we don't have any catalysts. You know, it's not like earnings is nearby, and you know, we still have to go through the CPI report of the coming 2 weeks. If that indicates that CPI is inflecting downwards, then I would expect C3.ai and other growth stocks to take off significantly. Let me check the lumber prices. Look at that. Would you look at that? That is fantastic. So lumber has been going down. It's still high, though. It's still pretty high. Lumber was a lot cheaper. It's still double what it was previously. So we're waiting for that to just come down. I think it will eventually come down all the way. Although it looks like the MACD on lumber looks pretty bullish. So, might we see another spike? I think so. Probably in the coming weeks prior to that CPI report. Which is kind of weird, right? It's like lumber is going to go up. MACD is indicating it might go up. Albeit it's less accurate there. Virgin Galactic sitting at 44. So it's dumping even further now. That must be painful. Let's see. Virgin Galactic just fell off a cliff. Yeah, remember when I said Virgin Galactic was going to fall off a cliff? It's falling off a cliff. I bought a tiny amount at 44, so I don't really mind this. Down 28%, almost the whole move that we saw, all the way down, and it's about to fill the gap as well now. One moment. Just gonna check something real quick. Okay, there we go. Do we have here? Should I buy more Tesla or Neo? I think I'm gonna buy a little bit more Virgin Galactic as it's going down. Honestly. One second. Let's get this over with. All right. Was going for 15 minutes. What happened with CCOV? CCOV jumped as we saw the EV stocks kind of jump a little bit here. I would say it's not conclusive. It could still pull back. We're seeing Tesla pull back slightly again. Neo is up 4.5% for deliveries. That much is clear. But yeah, Nasdaq is still red. Russell's still red. Could still see a further pullback in the coming hours. I would not have. Don't get your hopes up, right? Anything can happen here. This could be an inflection point for the Nasdaq, just potentially heading downwards. Fuel cell. What's happening with fuel cell? Oh, wow. Look at that. That is crazy. We said fuel cell would spike all the way up to 11.5. It actually went up to 12.5. And then we said it was going to drop right after. And it did exactly that. So, yeah. Let's delete this. Fuel cell. Energy. 2.8 billion market cap. Somebody said it was cheap. That is not cheap. For the revenue that you're getting, it's not cheap. Environmentally responsible distributed baseload power solutions through. Why do they have to make it so complicated? Develops environmentally responsible distributed baseload power solutions through proprietary molten carbonate fuel cell technology. Right. Whenever something is sounding complicated and is complicated, it usually is not worthwhile. You can see that in the stock price. Went down all the way. Went down 80%. It's like, what do you do? Developing environmentally responsible distributed baseload power solutions through proprietary molten carbonate fuel cell tech. Jeez. That's just, I think, fuel cell, I mean, it's not looking bullish. On the 4 hours, it's heading down, right? So we're seeing MACD's crossing. This is happening in the market where the high multiple stocks are going up. That's kind of weird. It shouldn't be going down right now, so, but it is. And, yeah. I'm expecting it to go down more. Actually. Probably go back to 8.3, maybe even $8. It looks bearish to me. I don't see any bullish cues here. So. Might jump later on, but right now it's just looking kind of bearish to me. Hydrogen fuel cell technology. don't we all remember what happened to Nikola? I mean, I'm not so sure whether hydrogen fuel cell technology is really going to take off at all, to be honest. Virgin Galactic proceeding to move lower. Look at that, 43.6. Interesting. I'm going to look at my portfolio right now. Not bad. Although I would love to see Tesla spike today. Nasdaq is heading up right now. Russell is slightly red still. AI in the green, that's good. Palantir in the green. Apple now in the green as well, so we're seeing big tech slowly go up. AMC went to 56. Still not going down, just sitting right around 55, 56. Very expensive, by the way. I would not get into AMC. Virgin Galactic. It looks kind of similar to this sell-off. I think we could see another rally on Virgin Galactic when there's some news coming out about the next test flight. We're kind of waiting for that right now. What are your thoughts on Roblox? My thoughts on Roblox, I'll give you right now. We said it was going to go down. It did go down. Then it jumped up right after that. And then it's hitting resistance. Probably it's going to go down again. Back to 87, 88. Let's delete this. Looks really ugly. 87, 88, I would say. And then potentially another leg upwards to around 95. But I project some downside on Roblox. Let's check Tesla. 686, starting to move up now. And Neo is moving up as well. Look at that, 53.2. Up 5.8%. And AMC now going up as well, 56.4. And that's because Nasdaq is heading up a little bit. And the Russell's heading up a little bit. Virgin Galactic just flat around 43.7. So that much is clear. Will Neo hit 60 by this week? I don't think so. I really don't think so. Although it's going up, I do not think that it will be hitting 60. Keep in mind, it's already up 75%. And we have an event tomorrow, which is going to be deliveries. Usually, after deliveries, we see a sell-off. Usually, right? MACD high, overbought. Could last a tiny bit, but I really do project a proper sell-off on Neo. One moment, let's see what's happening here. One sec. There we go. Neo still at 53. Tesla 686. Bought a little bit more Virgin Galactic as it's filling the gap right now. I'm looking at a proper gap fill all the way down to the 40s, right? So we could see tiny moves to the upside every now and then. But it's down 7.7% in just a matter of like couple minutes. Well, half an hour to an hour. AMC sitting at 57.8 now. It's starting to jump upwards out of the blue. Look at that. Look at the 1 hour. 1 hour still indicating bearishness, but about to be crossing again. Interesting. 2.6% to the upside. The apes are holding strong. That's kind of surprising, isn't it? It's like at one point it's like 55 and it just jumps up to like 58. Huh. Interesting. That makes no sense. Why did that happen? Yeah, it just randomly just jumped. I expect I suspect that might be a short that just covered. Potentially, right? Because look at this. This is a lot of volume just coming in randomly. Either that or there's like a catalyst or something, like a fundamental news article that came out, like, oh, the share recounts, you know, these are the consequences. But this is a little strange. I'll have to be honest about that. Alrighty. Alright, I'm going to be wrapping up the current live stream. We've been live for almost 2 hours, so I think that's good. We'll be back in a couple hours, guys. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet. Hit that subscribe and the notification bell if you want to be notified for the next live stream, which is going to be in a couple hours. Make sure you join because Monday, obviously the stock market is going to be closed. So we're going to have a long weekend. So make sure you join in the next live stream. We're live every single day before the market opens, before the market closes. I'll be seeing you in a couple hours. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Links are going to be down below in the description. You can also join the Discord community for completely free, where we talk about trading, investing, finance, etc. And I'm always in the Discord if you want to ask me questions there. So that was it for the current live stream. I'm going to be linking you guys to the Discord community right now. Discord link is in the live chat. Make sure you join that. Completely free. And we also have the social medias, the Instagram, the Twitter. Links are down below in the description for that. But yeah, the market overall has been kind of, I mean, it's been pretty good. We haven't seen significant sell-offs. I do think we're going to see some more red over the coming days, as we're seeing really high levels being reached by some stocks out there. But yeah, so far so good. I'm still very bullish in growth in tech stocks out there, like Tesla. You know, Neo's been flying high. You know, C3.ai still sitting at 65 right now, going up. Palantir going up. It is overall looking good. But be a little cautious. I would say be a little cautious. I do think we're about to see some proper negativity come in. So yeah. All right, guys. Cheers. I'll be back in a couple hours, like I said. Have a good one. If I don't see you, then have a great week. This was Lucid Trading. Like I said, hit the like, subscribe, hit the social media and the Discord. I'll be back in no time. So see you soon.